Welcome back to the Legal, and today we're going to give you an educational video on appealing parking tickets from a council or traffic warden in Ireland. And firstly, you can make an appeal to your council that issued the ticket, usually within 28 days of being given a ticket, and this is displayed in most council websites, so do have a look if you got a ticket. And some interesting excuses which I find reasonable and smart were displayed in the Sun newspaper, and we'll go through these now. Now, when can I appeal a parking ticket? Well, a fine can be deemed unfair by the council or an independent adjudicator, which may be a judge if you appeal it that far, if the signs were wrong and if the signs weren't visible or gave the wrong information. And again, photographic evidence will be key here, and sometimes double yellow lines if you're parking them. Sometimes they're not clear that they are double yellow lines. Also, you can appeal on the grounds that the traffic warden got it wrong. For example, if a parking attendant thinks you stayed too long when you were in fact in the time limit, well then again you'd have receipts from when you got the parking ticket out from the parking meter, so they could be handy to keep if you were to appeal a case. Also, there may have been an error on the letter or the ticket, and if they left out any information on the notice, for example registration, times, stuff like this may be an appealable and used for evidentiary purposes. So you could get it waived on them purposes alone. So also you can appeal on the ground that you didn't own the vehicle at the time, and you'll have to prove this. So such information you can be provided by the licensing authority or the motor taxation office here in Ireland, I suppose. So that could be used as evidentiary purposes. Also, you can appeal on the grounds that your car was stolen. So if a thief parked the car illegally, then you can get it waived. Now, I find that a pretty strange one. The last thing on your mind is parking tickets, but look, it does happen. Car could get stolen, parked in double lines. That's double bad luck. You have to then explain yourself about a parking ticket, but look, you'd have proof from the Gardaí, so these things happen. Also, you can appeal on the grounds there was no way to pay. So if a parking meter or machine was broken and there was no other way to pay, so in this case, I suppose you could use your camera phone, your phone, whatever, photograph it, whatever camera you may have to hand, photograph the machine was broken, or ring the council, explain to them. They should have evidence to know that it was broke, and you can appeal maybe on them grounds also. Also, you can appeal on the grounds that your car was broken down. If you were given a ticket while waiting for your car to be fixed or towed away. And again, evidential purpose is always key in any appeal, that you need evidence, evidential documents or such. So maybe you rang the Automobile Association, they were on the way, you can prove that. Then you could appeal on those grounds because it is a reasonable excuse, you know. So also you can appeal on the grounds you couldn't get back to your car, and you should appeal your ticket if you couldn't get back to your car because it's difficult for you to walk because you had a disability, you're pregnant, or you have a very young child with you. Also, maybe you had to attend a hospital appointment that was very urgent. You have an illness, a certain illness that, you know, you did have to attend the hospital and you couldn't get back to the car on time. And I think this is a very reasonable excuse, and this should be taken into account, and you can appeal on them grounds also. So in my opinion, I would say evidence is key. Photographic evidence and receipts of tickets could be important, and you'll see some of the excuses there that were used, and I give an example as a quote from the Sun newspaper. And I hope this offers some insight into the world of parking fines. After all, no one is guilty until proven so, and everyone is entitled to a defence. And I hope you found this educational video useful, and don't get caught parking illegally. Do subscribe.